Today I'm talking to Christopher Keys, who's winemaker for Gibbston Valley in central Otago, in Gibbston Valley, obviously. And I start by saying congratulations, Chris, for being one of our top wineries for 2022. That's a great achievement, and I congratulate you for it.
Well, thanks, Bob, and thanks to you and the team at Real Review. We're all very excited about that award, so very happy.
Good stuff. I just want to ask a question about climate change and its impact in Gibbston Valley, on Gibbston and in Bendigo, because they're your two main sources of grapes, I understand. In my opinion, I've seen quite a change in the last 2 decades in Gibbston from characters that clearly indicate on the edge cool climate to a much more sort of comfortable zone, not quite so on the edge. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think that's going to take out some of the more classically marginally cool edges on our Pinot. There's no question about that. I think the difficulty that was of the early 90s, for example, of getting Pinot physiologically ripe, perhaps won't be such an issue anymore. I think that it's quite interesting. I've been thinking about that. It's easier, regardless of sub-region so far, I think, to get clarity and lightness and brightness in Pinot, and harder to, I think the effects of climate change are going to be more expressly felt in whites. I think that's where the challenges are, where we start getting wines that become unusually heavy or weighty and quite soupy with burgeoning alcohols. Pinots, I've seen it only to the benefit, even in the warmer sub-regions of Bendigo. I think extreme weather events are going to be more like they're already happening around New Zealand, and it's probably going to be no different here. And frost and elongated flowering is probably going to be the most damaging immediate effect of climate change, and with that, unusual spread and distribution of fruit ripeness. Thus far, I haven't seen any bad effects down here. We're all nervous. I think water availability and just the extreme events is where it's going to play out. But in terms of wine quality, so far so good.
Yeah, I endorse that. I think it's a very happy trend, particularly for Gibbston. But I haven't seen any adverse effects with Bendigo either. So let's fingers crossed. We just don't know really quite what is going to be ahead of us. So it's pray for the right weather. Do you have in Central a favourite vintage?
Yeah, the one that's for sale, of course, Bob. The each and every one's the best vintage ever.
That's an honest answer.
Look, I think you take. I mean, now I'm at how many years? 16 years here. So that's a long time, and every year is different, more different than you might expect. And every year we approximate to varying degrees where we want to be. I don't think one vintage for me is ever or has ever been perfect. But I'd say of late, like 21 and 19 are wonderful vintages. Just the way conditions have combined with our own development and vineyard development too. There are 3 things going on here. There's so many things. It's hard to unravel just one and say the climate, because it's so benign, has created really good wines. It definitely, you can look at the years where it has helped, but you also have to factor in your own development and the state of the vineyards and where we sit in our own. I think it's so important, your own personal aesthetic or experience level and where things are going, or conditions. Could be a mental state, could be a state of your winery, or what the hell's going on in your life. There's ton of variables in the mix that make wine pretty interesting.
Do you have in the Gibbston Valley range menu? Do you have a favourite wine in the past that you have a special attachment to?
Yeah, well, we make 9 Pinots a year. We're probably over, gosh, 20 wines a year, and then times that by, that's a lot of, oh God, I can't even do the math of how many wines we've put out. So there's quite a plethora of, and all that's to say it's difficult to attach to one. But I'm very enamored with the 21s. And I know that's recency bias at play here, but the Schoolhouse and the Schoolhouse 21 and Lemaitre 21 from the home block here, they to me get as close as I feel we've got to Pinot being downright enjoyable, lovely, captivating, suggestive. All the things that on a purely personal level I find I'm drawn towards from Pinot Noir. It's not, they don't slam you with the easy answer or try too hard to impress you. They're live little things. I think they'll age tremendously well, and they're constructed on something that I never imagined or couldn't even try to imagine 15 years ago. And I think that's the beauty of staying in the same place. You see how your environment changes, your wines change, and you change, and even your appreciation, Bob. I think, God, it's fun, and you never stop, providing you go in the right way. I think that's really, really interesting, intriguing, and provides a narrative that makes you want to stay around for. I wish I had more time.
That's encouraging words, Chris. It gladdens my heart to hear them. So I'm afraid we're out of time now, so I'll wrap it up. But I just want to say finally before we go that congratulations once again on making the top wineries list, and perhaps I'll see you in Auckland in October for the exhibition. So
Bob, you will. We can't wait. We're going to send a team up. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a party. We're going to get out and about, see people, and can't wait.